What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play. Gotta tell you about this new app called RotoQL. RotoQL works for users for DraftKings as well as FanDuel, and it does two things primarily. It saves time when you're picking lineups. The second thing that it does is obviously what? It helps you win more. RotoQL is designed to give you the same types of tools that the pros, that the hardcore daily fantasy sports players use to get success. You can get in on RotoQL with a three-day free trial by going to the link right here at the bottom of the screen. RotoQL.com/YouTube. Also, take a look in the description. You need to just click on it as well as some additional information. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. What's going on, everybody? We got another one of these NBA 2K17, the new NBA videos. And like I mentioned to you in the last episode with Dr. J, I had to do a trade. And it's not that I don't love Dr. J. I love Dr. J, but I had to move him. So as you can see, I traded him with Tony Allen and a first round pick. And I sent him on his way to the Dragonflies for Ray Allen. Now, this is young Ray Allen and Nick Anderson. Now, you might be looking at that, and on the surface, you might be saying that is nowhere near an even trade. Julius Erving was a 94. Ray Allen's an 88. Nick Anderson's an 80. Tony Allen barely played, so it is what it is. But I had to do this because I needed somebody on the wing who could shoot the ball. And that was the reason I couldn't get Dr. J in the game. So, I mean, I really couldn't get him. I couldn't get him playing like a 94 overall. So, the style of game I play, the style of offense I play, I needed somebody like Ray Allen. Now, his debut was going to be against the Rhode Island Roughnecks, who, as you can see, they have Wilt Chamberlain in the middle. Their point guard situation is a little shaky because Mike Bibby's a little hurt. I think he's playing hurt. But Maurice Cheeks is going to start. They got Glenn Rice. They got Mark Aguirre. They got some decent shooting, but they will be playing without their starting power forward, which is Amari Stoudemire. That's young Amari. And Tom Gugliotta starts in his place. So we get a little bit of a break when it comes to that. But just as we're about to start, we find out that Detlef Schrempf has a bruised right heel, and he'll be out for 1 to 2 weeks, or at least impaired. So we're going to shift around the minutes a little bit there to kind of get some other people some time. We're just going to go ahead and let Detlef rest. And in these seasons where we have, or the MyLeagues or the MyGMs, where you only play 29 games, being out a week or two might only mean the guy misses 2 or 3 games at the most. So he may not miss a lot of games. But obviously, you know, every game is more important in these shortened seasons. So you can see how my minute allocation is going. I generally don't do my own substitutions. But Ray Allen comes out paying dividends early. That's his first 3. Gives us a 9-7 lead. Now, Mike Conley, he's the backup for John Stockton. He's working, trying to find his way into the paint. He gets there, double clutch layup over the outstretched hands of, that is the Whopper, Billy Paultz. Well, you were not able to stop Mike Conley. Now, Mike Conley feeds Shaq, and Shaq has been our most consistent offensive performer, and he was drawing ridiculous amount of fouls in this game. He drew 7 fouls in the first quarter, 14 points, but he's only 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Here's Mark Aguirre with the offensive rebound, puts it back in for the Roughnecks, cuts the lead down to 6. In the second quarter, still, look at Ray Allen. This is what I'm talking about. That inside-outside game. He takes his man off the dribble. The two-hand flush. Aguirre can't stick him. Maurice Cheeks trying to keep his team in the game. He drives the lane. He gets his own nice scoop layup, and he goes in. They cut the lead down to 5. Into the third quarter, look at Shaq. Wilt Chamberlain, right? You forgot he was playing. Shaq didn't forget. Look at this. Boom! Pokes it right in the stilt's face. Just with reckless abandon. And like I said, Ray Allen is paying dividends. In the corner, that is not enough of a closeout, Mr. Moncrief. He puts in the 3. We're up by 11. And Wilt Chamberlain's still trying to find a way to get in the game. But Ray Allen's not trying to find a way to get in the game. Joakim Noah trying to back down. He kicks it to Ray Allen. He pump fakes. Glenn Rice gets cut off there with the screen rub off from Shaq, and another two-hand jam by Ray Allen. He had 18 points on 4 of 6 3-point shooting at that time. Wilt Chamberlain with the putback, he only had 10 points. He stayed in foul trouble the entire game. We had 10 points at that juncture. Didn't get much more than that. But Shaq is here. My mama said I can't have no company. I told you that, Maurice Cheeks. With the big block, we had a total of 11 blocks in this game. Also had, we'll talk about the rebounding edge in a second, but we played a very good game. This might have been our best game of the season. Win it big, 110-86. Now, Ray Allen had a great game, but Shaq was still the Jordan player of the game. 27 points, 7 rebounds, a steal, and like I told you, he had a bevy of blocks. We're going to take a look at the box score in a minute to show you how many block shots he had. As you can see, he was rejecting people left and right for the entire game. He was just sending people, just get that out of here. Don't. Look at this. That's the one. That's the one. That's a left-handed block shot as well. That's another bucket, an and one on Wilt Chamberlain. Just down there, just being a force in the paint. Got a little bit of clipping there. I don't know what happened to Wilt's arm, but he got dunked on nonetheless. And another two-hand jam. That one's on Mr. Fouts. Here's the stats. 27 and 7 for Shaq. 20 points in Ray Allen's Ascension debut. 4 of 6 from three-point range. Rasheed Wallace, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He played well. Still trying to find his three-point stroke, though. We can't quite get that down. Stojakovic, he started, only had 5 points, though. John Stockton had 5 points, 10 assists, had 4 turnovers. We're really trying to cut down on the turnovers for him. Glenn Rice was 17. Wilt Chamberlain was held to only 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. That's still a good game, but it's not exactly what you want to see, obviously, from Wilt Chamberlain. Look at the three-point shooting. We were 12 for 25 from three-point range, and the Roughnecks only made 4 of 20. Now, we went to the free throw line a lot, but this is Shaq getting to the line and missing a lot. 14 to 22 is not ideal, but we did a good job. We still out-rebounded them 45 to 38. In the next game, Shaq does not get a break at all. He goes from Wilt Chamberlain to the Dream, taking on the Mustangs. Mustangs are one of my favorite uniforms that I created. We are at home again, the Ascension, trying to get a little bit of a little streak going. Now, Peja Stojakovic was bananas the entire game. That's what. Let's count the threes. That's 2. That's 3. And here he is in. That's 4. Boom. And this is all early in the fourth quarter. He's not done. Vince Carter on the late closeout just drops his head. And we ran away with this, but he had a little bit of help. Look at John Stockton breaking J.J. Barrera's ankles. Let's see it again. Look at this. Drive the stops. Youngsters, the dribbles, when you can just dribble and stop. Change directions. That's how you get those ankle breakers. That's how you get them. It's about stops and changes of direction. John Stockton puts him on skates and then hits the 3, and we win. And I told you, Peja Stojakovic had a huge game. 23 points. 4 rebounds and an assist. I think that was 5 threes that we saw. I think that was all 5 of the threes that he made. We're going to look at him again. But he also did pretty good on defense. Look at that, getting a strip on Olajuwon, getting a block there on little J.J. Barrera, dunking in the lane, a steal, another 3. He did his thing. Here's another block. This was a very good all-around game for Peja Stojakovic, probably the first really good game he's had for us. 23 points and 4 rebounds. Shaq again with another strong game. 20 points and 14 rebounds. 4 of 8 from free throw line. Another strong game for Wallace. Ray Allen fell off a little bit. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Only 2 for 6 from three-point range, but we'll take it. John Stockton went 9 and 7, but a key stat for John Stockton, he only had one turnover. That's good. Olajuwon with the 20 and 13 game. We can't stop him, but we did contain him. Walt Frazier had a really good floor game, but didn't matter. Alvin Robertson had a good game, 15 points. But we still win the game. 50% from the field. They were 51%. But the three-point shooting again for us. 15 of 33. Ray Allen has ignited this team. The free throw shooting was even worse, though. This is Shaq missing free throws, really. But we're getting to the line a lot. So that's very much, it's very, very important to our success. Actually got out-rebounded in that game, but it didn't matter. We got 17 points off their turnovers. We led by as many as 19 before ended up winning by 12. So that's it. Now let's take a look at the leaders. We haven't looked at that. Shaquille O'Neal is actually second in the league in scoring behind Durant at 29.3. Steph Curry's doing well for the Portland Prestige. You got LeBron for the Phoenix Pirates, I'm sorry. And then you got DeMar DeRozan there for the Knights. The Monterey Saints got Russell Westbrook. Then you got the Bomb Squad, and you got Scottie Pippen scoring 22 a game. Kobe, young Kobe, with the LA Archangels for 21.8 a game. I actually thought we would have more guys in some of these leader board positions. Paul George is there. Gail Goodrich is there. Kawhi Leonard for the Dragonflies. He's now a teammate with Dr. J, so we'll see how. I don't know how they're gonna work that out, but it ain't my problem. I had to get him out of there. Pete Maravich. See, the Storm is putting up some points, man. I mean, they got a lot of guys averaging over 20 a game. Offensive rebounds. Wes Unseld leads the new NBA in offensive rebounds, 5.4. But David Robinson also averaging 5.3, and George McGinnis with 5. If you're averaging four offensive rebounds or more, you're doing some serious work. So these guys are doing some serious work. George McGinnis is there twice. Defensive rebounds, Charles Barkley is there with the Vandals. That's not my Shaq this second. That is a younger Shaq there for the DC Domination. Barkley leading in rebounding overall. There's that younger Shaq, 29-year-old Shaq. I love the DC Domination uniforms too. Like those quite a bit. Sean Kemp, Elton Brand. Wow, Jason Kidd's there. Assist, Magic Johnson leads in assists by a wide margin. Jerry West, got Chris Paul. You got Russell Westbrook's up there too. Oscar Robinson, that's older Oscar Robinson. And then you got LeBron. They on the same team. Both of them averaging 9.5 assists a game. You just get dimes everywhere with that team. Just get them everywhere. Jason Kidd and Kobe, that's going to be really interesting to play against with these Archangels. And they're Stockton, 12th in the league in assists. Steals, Chris Paul is leading. That's young Chris Paul leading in steals. But Bobby Jones, Bobby Jones might be the defensive player of the year. He is averaging 4.2 steals and 2.8 blocks. He's in the top, I believe, 10 in steals and blocks. And I'm almost positive he is the only player in the new NBA to be in the top 10 in both steals and blocks. And if you know anything about Bobby Jones, then you know he is one of the best defensive players in, probably in history. So I must have done something right with the ratings there. But Bill Russell is leading in blocks. David Robinson's right behind him. So is Ralph Sampson. Elvin Hayes is in there. Bob McAdoo. That's a lot of blocks. And then there's Bobby Jones. We just played them, so that was a tough game too. So they played really good defense. So yeah, and there is older Kareem. Yao is up there. Scottie Pippen in the top 10 in blocks. Charles Barkley too. I don't know how that happened, but all right. There is younger Shaq, Emeka Okafor. Elvin Hayes is hurt. Buck Williams, Sam Lacey, Alonzo Mourning, who was also hurt. There's Wilt. There's that's a little bit older Wilt, and there's another Bobby Jones. So we got two Bobby Jones in there because he's with. We took the one from Denver and from Philly. Turnovers, we didn't look at that too much, but Shaq is leading in field goals made. Field goals attempted is LeBron. Shaq is leading in field goal percentage. Yeah, he's been, like I said, he's been the most consistent guy. Kyle Lowry and Kevin Durant are making the most threes at 3.3 a game. Ray Allen is making 2.3. A lot of those stats, or a few of those stats, those threes are not with our team. Kyle Lowry shooting the most threes. And then 3-point percentage, we got Brian Keller was number one at 75%. Where is our closest guy, which is what I'm looking for right now? And you got to go some. There's Stojakovic at 54%, or just under 54%. Anybody else? Where's the other guys? You got to go down there pretty far. I probably went through a couple guys, but you can see kind of where we are. Free throws made as DeMar DeRozan, Steph Curry. Shaq is making 5.3, which is crazy. He's shooting 10.7 though, so he is shooting a little less than 50% from the field, from the free throw line, 49%. Yeah, so we're expecting some hack-a-shack for real, because he's not putting them in. But as of right now, we are 4-3 and trending upwards for sure ever since the Ray Allen trade. We just got to keep him healthy. Keep him healthy, and we're good. The rookie report is like totally irrelevant because it's weird the way it's set up. But nonetheless, I appreciate you watching. Smash that like button. God bless. Peace.